So it's spring day, and you know what this means. It's normally that time of day or the year to declutter your life and the mess and the untidiness in the house. And we've invited professional speaker Tracy Foulkes to inspire us to make some change, not in the homes, but with ourselves as well. And this morning she's going to give us 3 easy steps to decluttering our lives. And we've also asked you what you'd like to spring clean on our Facebook wall. So go and take a look. Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. We have posted the question there, and I will post some of those questions to Tracy. She's with us all morning. The phone lines will be open a bit later on, and you can chat to her on 083 913 3728. Tracy, good morning. Nice to see you again.
Good morning.
Now, you've got 3 steps to decluttering a person's life. 3 easy steps, not only to decluttering the home, but to your life as well.
Absolutely. You know, we mentioned earlier that getting organized is not like a one-time thing. We shouldn't just be doing it at spring, but first of spring is probably a great catalyst to get us going in any case.
Now, I have to admit, I did that. I started in winter with all the bedrooms, and I tidied everything, and I ended up dumping everything in the study and thought, everything else is tidy, just close the study door, and I'll deal with that all later on. And I believe I'm not the only person that does that. That's pretty normal.
It's totally normal. I mean, what do? We wake up in the morning, we decide today's the day I'm going to get organized. We scoop all the contents out of our wardrobes, onto our desk, whatever. We look at it, we feel more overwhelmed than ever before.
And then you just leave it there and you don't have, not the energy, it just feels so much stuff to pack back into the cupboard.
So yes, you shove it back and it was worse than before you got started. So let me tell you these 3 easy steps to get you going. Step number 1 is you need to make a decision that you're going to get organized. It's taken time to build up clutter in your life, and it takes time to get rid of it. So that's step number 1. Decide how you want it to look. So when you know how you want it to look, it makes it a lot easier to get there. So being organized or staying organized is not about having perfect precision, neat piles necessarily. It's about being able to find your things in the quickest possible time with the least amount of stress.
I'm laughing there because I sometimes do that, pack the things in the wrong places and can never find it.
I could have hazarded a guess that you were a bit of a perfectionist or a neat nick there. So while you would work neatly with neat piles, it doesn't really matter how it looks. So I'm more of a visual, and so I would go more about how it works. So we always need to make sure that it works well. We can find out things in a couple of seconds, and that's about 30 seconds.
Saving time.
So also the other thing that you need to do in step number 1 is you need to make sure you're not distracted. So if you're going to be doing your wardrobe or your desk or your bookshelves or your filing system today, and that phone rings while you're halfway through, what are you going to do? You're going to go out and have that cappuccino.
Busted, yes.
Okay, so
switch your phone off.
Switch your phone off, make time to get organized, and also it could be a little bit boring, so either get a professional organizer to help you do it.
You get that?
Yes,
oh.
We do. So I'm from a company called Get Organized, and we're a team of professional organizers and productivity specialists that actually come in and make the job easier, more fun, and helps you through the process. But if you're doing it alone, just put on some music, set yourself a challenge, and get going. That's step number 1.
Step 2.
Let's move to step 2. Step 2, what we need to do in step 2, it's 2 phases. The first phase is we need to declutter. Decluttering essentially is weeding out the stuff that we don't need, use, or love. So we weed out the things we don't need, use, or love, working your way around the room.
Now, come on, women love keeping those pants that don't fit, and we always go, next season it's going to fit. Next season it's going to fit, even though you haven't worn these trousers or shirts in 3 years.
So it's about being brutally honest here. And also when you declutter more often, it becomes easier to make those decisions. So do I need it? Do I use it? Do I love it?
Yeah.
And if I don't do any of those things, it's probably time to pass it on for somebody else to enjoy. Once we are left with what we need, use, or love, that's when we can group like items together, give them a home, label it so it's easier to find it going forward, and then we can move over to step number 3.
Which is?
Step number 3 is the one that most people don't get to. That's where we implement a maintenance system to make sure that we don't fall back onto all those old habits. So you've taken time and energy to sort out your paperwork, to clear out your email inbox, to do the kitchen or the playroom or whatever you're decluttering, and then very quickly we notice that bad habits start creeping back.
Yes,
Things
they
are not quite as we wanted them to be. So setting up that maintenance system helps us stay on track. So it could be a daily system, a weekly system, a monthly or an annual system. Those little pointers that you have in place to make sure that you don't fall back onto old habits.
Well, Tracy, thank you so much for sharing those tips with us. Tracy's with us all morning, 083 913 3728 if you need to ask her anything. Also, get onto our Facebook page. We've asked you the question, what would you like to declutter in your house? Now, how about changing your body in 12 weeks? Ideal for springtime, an ideal way to declutter and change your life with the 12-week challenge. And today we're learning how to make delicious beef fillet and pawpaw salad.
Stay with Expresso and SABC3.